Today, you're going to learn how to use a Liquify tool. You can see my screen right here. This is sort of a sample of the end product. We're going to take one of our pictures from the studio pictures you did across the hall, so one of those high key ones. You're going to learn how to, let me turn off some stuff. You're going to learn how to make this background layer where it's all swirly and kind of hippy trippy. And you are also going to learn how to take this background layer of your studio picture and cut out the background so you just have the person. The Liquify goes in behind it, and then to make the colors and everything work together, we put a gradient map over the top. And you've done lots with gradient maps, so you're good at that. Okay, so that's where we're going to end up. So let's go back to Lightroom and go get a photo. Use a slightly different photo. I'll use this one. And Command E, like we always do. Top choice right there, edit a copy. Go to edit. And there it is. It opens up in Photoshop. So I go to my background layer, and I'm going to do Command J. So I jump up to a new layer. So I have my guy here, and that's going to be called subject. Hit return. Now we're going to use a new tool for the first time. We're going over here, down 1, 2, 3, to the fourth tool down. It's called Object Select. So I click on that, and I click on the top choice, Object Selection. Now, when I take my mouse, and I hope yours does the same thing, the computer reads your subject and turns it all pink, and that's exactly what we want. So we're going to go click on that. And you'll see that now you can see right along the edge, I have these dotted lines. That's really good. Now what we actually need to do is select the background. So we're going to inverse that selection. So you have to go Command, Shift, and the letter I. Okay, Command, Shift, and I for invert. And then you can see that the selection went onto the background. So now the boy is fine. It's the background that's going to get selected. And we want to throw away that background. So we're going to hit the delete key. And if I turn off my background layer, you'll see it's now a checkerboard. Okay, so on my layer, background is selected, hit delete key, and the white background goes away. Okay, we're good. Now we can hit Command D to deselect that spotted line. Okay, so there you go. All right, now it's time to make the swirly background layer. So we're going to go here to the bottom. Right next to the trash can is a plus sign. Click that, and that adds an empty new layer. Double click on layer 1 and type in Liquify. Okay. And we're going to paint 4 colors all in a very sloppy manner on this layer. So go to here to brush. And you want to look up here at your brush tool controls. You want your brush to be about 1,000 pixels. You can just slide back and forth, or you can type that number in, 1,000, okay? And you want it to be soft, so hardness of 0. And that way it's going to look more like spray paint. We click down here. We go down here to the colors. Right now it's on black, so click on black. And we've seen this box before when you've done your gradient tool, okay? So you're going to click on that. We're on black. Say OK. And we're going to make some squiggly lines covering right like we're spray painting right over them. You want to make sure that it covers the whole thing, goes all the way off the edge of the page. Okay, so we made like 4 squiggly lines. Okay, now we want to choose a dark color. So I'm going to go to purple. Kind of a blue violet. That's more violet. There we go. A blue violet color. Still same big brush. Now I'm going to squiggle in some more lines and just keep covering them up. And I'm going to make some of my lines go over the black lines. Okay? So it's like a big messy spray paint job. Okay, now I'm going to pick the complementary color of blue violet. Complementary color of blue violet is yellow orange. Right about there is good. And I'm going to spray paint some funny little lines in here. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose some white. I'm going to make a couple of white dots. To get to white, you can just hit that little arrow key, or you can choose the color picker and choose white. And then I'm going to go here, spray paint, spray paint, spray paint, spray paint. I'm going to make about somewhere between 4 and 6 white dots. 2, 4, 5. Cool. All right. And actually, I'm going to get a couple more black dots in here too, because when I made my big yellow lines, we eliminated. Okay. So now this is the fun part, which is how to liquefy it. All right. We have to go here, layer, smart object, convert to smart object. This allows us, if we make any mistakes, to undo our mistakes. Filter, liquefy. Now a whole new box opens up. So we just need to pay attention to what's up here. You want your density to be all the way to 100. You want pressure to be all the way to 100. And you want to turn on pin edges. That allows your smears to stay inside the box. The size of your brush, probably somewhere in the 500s. So you can experiment with that number. I'm going to go 500. Okay, now I can start to go out here and just click and drag all over the place, and it makes a really cool swirl pattern. And you're just going to swirl it until you've mixed up all those colors and everything is blended and it's interesting to you. It's kind of like the Sumi Nagashi stuff we did at the beginning of the year. All right, so I feel like that looks really, really good. I'm happy with how that's all blended out. So when I'm done, I say, okay, and we're done. Okay, so liquefy needs to be the background. So take your subject layer and put it over the top of liquefy. All right, now we have to blend all this together and make it look unified. So our last step is to go down here, get yourself a gradient map. It did a black and white one. I don't think I want that. What's here? Go down here. What do these look like? I haven't done any of these before. That's kind of wild. Let me see what this looks like if I reverse it. Too faint. Bottom line is, you guys can pick whatever it is you want to do. But I would definitely make it, these are all too light what I'm doing. That's better. Okay. I'm going to take this color. There we go. That's a little better. And I actually want to add another lighter color here. Like that. There we go. Okay? So you guys control your gradient, customize your gradient the way you know how. Hit OK. There you go. Okay? So to turn in, screenshot your layers. Screenshot your work. And then File, Save As, Liquify Portrait on my desktop. TIFF is okay. Hit Save. Okay. Okay. And then when I quit Photoshop, it'll put it right back in Lightroom as well. So I should have 2 copies of it now. Here's the copy I just made. And here's the original Photoshop copy with all the layers. Okay? That's the whole jam. Good luck, you guys. You can do it.